Guys, welcome again to the Cook and the Coach podcast.
I'm Kenny, I'm the cook.
Baeza, I'm the coach. Welcome, guys, to another episode 54. We're glad you guys are joining us today.
Absolutely. This is going to be great. We got some Kenny's Kitchen and Coach's Corner segments. We're going to talk Harry Potter. For those who don't know why we sometimes talk about Harry Potter on the show, I've never seen the movies until very recently. I'm watching through them for the first time. So basically, we were just like, let's just have my reactions to them. Baeza's much more familiar with the movies. So anyways, we're going to talk about Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which I saw a few weeks ago. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, man.
Did I tell you about last time we were talking? Did I show you my sound panels and stuff that I built?
No, you never showed me.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna show you real quick. I'm gonna nerd out. So I'll show you
Love
a couple
it.
of them. So you see above me, those two guys.
Yeah.
For people on just listening, you can watch the video on YouTube. So those two guys that I built. So those are like 24 by 18 inch sound panels. Basically, I took I built a basic wood frame. I recycled old towels, sewed them together, and then wrapped something called muslin fiber around the outside and stapled it all together.
Muslim fiber?
It sounds like muslin fiber. Muslin, Muslin.
That's dangerously close, Kenny.
Dude, I was always like trying to pronounce it like muslin fiber. So I built 6 of them. I have 4 of them behind my like kind of setup for music and all of that, like across, and then I have 2 up here, like for sound control and stuff. So yeah, I'm super proud about them. I built them. I'm surprised I haven't nerded out to you about this. I built them maybe like a week or 2 ago.
You mentioned them, but you never actually like showed me them. You were talking about
Nice.
how you're getting them in the mail and stuff, so or how you're making
Sure.
them.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a big project. I took a bunch of videos of the whole process as I was building it. So I think I'm gonna do I'm gonna make maybe a TikTok like making of type video or a series of videos just to show the process, because it's kind of cool to see it all come together.
Right. There you go.
So yeah, it was
Dope.
fun. It was a good time. Yeah. How's your week been?
Well, we'll get more into that on my coach's corner because I thought I was dying for a minute there.
Let's just jump right into it.
You want to jump right in?
Yeah, let's just jump right in.
Okay. So I think I mentioned on the last coach's corner last week that I started taking supplements again for the first time in nearly a decade. You know,
Yes.
I've already seen the results. Like I've been cutting weight by the biggest I've ever looked in my entire life. Like the pumps I get now are just insane. Like I'm seeing veins I've never seen before.
Nice.
Like, dude, it's
That's
been
dope.
insane. Like, and I've maintained and I've built strength while losing weight. Whereas last summer I was like, shriveling up and dying. So, yeah, man, these supplements are doing crazy things. But I went a little bit too crazy with them. So, I'll bring both products in next Coach's Corner so you guys can actually see them and I can actually explain it more in depth. But essentially, so one of the products I have is a pre-workout. So basically it has some caffeine in it, some stimulants in it. Basically you just take it about 20, 30 minutes before your workout to get the body going. And when you're working out and warmed up, you're like ready to go, right? The endo pump, the pump enhancer, basically what it is a vasodilator, which means it relaxes the veins so more blood's able to come through, which will give more blood flow to the muscles, which will make your veins pop out and give you just this huge, makes your muscles full of blood, gives you this huge pump, right? So, on my bodybuilding days, which are like 2 to 3 times a week, I'll take a little bit of both, like half of a pre, half of a pump, nothing too crazy, right? So, I was working out with a friend on Saturday. I was doing chest, some shoulders, some triceps, and I usually don't work out in the morning. And while I'm eating carbs in my powerlifting phases, I usually eat before I work out because I want to carb up, right?
Right.
This was 8:30 in the morning, totally fasted,
Okay.
and I had a full scoop of both the pre and a little more than a full scoop of the pump.
Okay.
Ken,
So going very hard.
when I tell you that I thought I was dying, like my left arm started feeling things I shouldn't have felt. Like my
Ooh.
heart was palpitating in ways I never felt before.
Ooh, I hate that.
I was sweating profusely, but not sweating at the same time.
I
Like,
hate all of this.
like when I was laying down at home, my heart was beating fast, but it also like wasn't. It was the weirdest feeling in the world.
Oh my god, dude.
So I
That sounds
so
terrible.
so the great thing about the BPM products, right, is
Mm-hmm.
that unlike a lot of our companies, they actually write down and list everything that's in the product. That's why they're like one of the top supplement brands out there because they actually say what
Sure.
they have in there. They're very upfront. It's all science based, whatever. So there's actually a little bit of vasodilation products, chemicals in the pre.
Okay.
So like you're really not supposed to take too much of both at the
Oh,
same
so you
time.
doubled up on that part.
You really should take only half of pre and half of the pump if you want to mix them both. You should be taking a full of both.
Sure.
And if you are going to take a full of both, you better be strong enough to handle it, and you better have some food in you. You better be awake, which
Shit,
neither of
dude.
which I was on.
Oh my
So
god, that's terrifying.
luckily, by that night, I felt fine. By the evening, I felt recovered. I felt normal again. But there's a few hours
God.
there where I was like actually concerned.
Like, could you see your body? Did it look different when you had it? Like that, all that going
Well,
through
it
you?
looked different, but I felt awful.
Oh,
Usually when I have the pump product, like I look different. I feel like the pump, and I feel great. I feel good, but I did not feel good at all.
shit.
So,
That's scary, dude. That is
So-
really scary.
so message to all the listeners out there: know what you're taking, know how much to take, and be very, very aware of what's actually in the product. Because it may not even be that it's like bad for you, thing. Because the stuff I take is fine for you, it's good for you, but you have to be cognitive of like how you're taking it. So that's what I'll say for my coach's corner this week: is know what you're taking and know how you're taking it.
That's that's scary. Are you thinking about? Were you saying you might do creatine at some point too?
I started creatine. I've been on it for about almost 3 weeks now.
Okay, interesting. So, do you like taking that? Because I know you held off on taking it for a long time.
It's doing great things. It's kind of a weird juxtaposition because it's like I'm trying to wait for my Arizona trip next week, and like try to get lean and have little abs popping out. But the thing
Sure.
with creatine is that like it holds on to all the water in your muscles. So like you have like your
Okay.
muscles are huge. You look like absolutely like just swole as you can possibly be, but
Yeah.
you're just a little puffy. So it's like
Okay.
yeah, like I could go without the creatine and like maybe get a little cut, but I would look a little bit smaller. But right now I look, the biggest I ever looked in my life. But I just a little puffiness around the waist, which is just a little trade off.
Sure. I didn't know you were doing an Arizona trip. That's fun.
Yeah, man, going for Tommy, going for his bachelor party for the weekend.
Oh, fun.
Yep.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, man.
Good.
First time in AZ. Gonna see Scottsdale, Phoenix, and then we're gonna go to Lake Havasu for a few days, which is apparently like one of the biggest spring break locations in the country.
Really?
And it will be there.
Is it spring break time yet?
And when I'm gonna be there, yeah, it'll be the height of spring break season.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, March. It is March.
And
Huh.
ironically,
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that.
Ironically, when we're there, it'll be like almost exactly a year. It'll be exactly a year from since the lockdown started, which would be ironic.
Almost, right? Isn't it? Didn't the lockdown happen like March 15th or something
And
like that?
we'll be there like the 11th or the 14th.
Oh.
So it's like
wow,
it's kind of
that's
ironic
crazy.
in a way.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that is crazy that it's been a year.
But like Arizona, they don't care. They open.
That makes sense.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Not that I'm not,
That sounds
not that I'm
great,
gonna
dude.
try to go into big crowds, but like if there is
Yeah.
like people around, I'm not gonna like stop what I'm doing. But if it's like too big of a crowd, maybe stay on the outskirts of it. You know what I mean? Kind of how I did with Okoboji
Sure, sure.
this past summer.
I feel that. Yeah, just avoid the old people. All that jazz.
My family got the antibodies.
Yeah,
We're
dude, that's
good.
fun. Oh, there you go. Nice.
Oh, I'm not.
Go for it. No,
I'm actually able to get the vaccine. I'm actually able to sign up for one now. 'Cause I'm a teacher.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, so I'm not sure
Oh,
exactly when I'm going to
good.
take it, but they gave me the go ahead to go sign up when availability is open. So yeah, they gave me a little code and everything.
Nice. Good for you. Like a little. I've seen some people who get like it's almost like a permission slip or like a little homework assignment type slip.
Yeah,
that
so
people
when I
get.
go and get my shot, they're going to give me one of those. So that'll be probably in a couple weeks when I go get
Okay.
one. So
I have a couple shout outs for my Kenny's Kitchen
let's do it.
for today. First shout out. So, as anyone who listens to the podcast knows, I'm one of the cooks at Union Monk Kitchen. The executive chef there is Chef Yia Vang. He hosts a podcast, and I wanted to shout it out. It's called White on Rice, and I just saw them post that I believe they made the top 100 Apple Podcasts section for the food podcasts.
Oh, nice.
Which is pretty exciting. Yeah. So I think I want to say number 57 in the country right now. So that's fun. So check that out. It's called White on Rice Podcast. Other shout out, I used to work with Chef Justin Sutherland. He's the executive chef at like Handsome Hog in St. Paul and a few other restaurants. And he's been on a couple different like food competition shows. And Baez, you were there for like I think you met him. I introduced you to him at that one. Yeah. So he's actually on another show right now. I think it's his third show he's been on. It's called Fast Foodies.
I've seen this.
And it's cool. It's on True. Have you seen what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's all over social media. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. So he's one of the chefs on that. Like there's like a bunch of comedians will kind of I guess be the guests on the show, including like Joe McHale and like Bobby Lee. I haven't been watching because I don't have True TV, but I saw a picture on Facebook that Chef Justin posted. I guess him and Bobby Lee kissed in one of the episodes.
That was wild.
So yeah, shout out to both chefs. That's really exciting that they're all doing that. And yeah, check it out if you have True TV or whatever. Yeah, so I just wanted to shout that out because that's pretty fun.
I've literally seen him like everywhere over social media. Like every time I scroll Instagram, I see him. Either on his feed or on like some other comedian's feed. Like every time I scroll, I see him. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's wild. He's all over the place right now. It's unbelievable. Okay, so let's talk Harry Potter. So Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Let's see, which movie is it? Let's see. So it was the 6th movie that they made in the franchise. I watched it maybe a few weeks ago. I really liked it. Baez, you were right. It's like they continue to get better and better as we go. It continues to get darker, like figuratively, of course, but also literally. Like every shot is darker than like every time you see Hogwarts. Every movie, it's progressively like grayer and more kind of green and sickly looking.
Just like Game of Thrones, right? At each season,
yes, I was thinking
the color
of that.
gradient changes every season.
That's so cool. Yeah, low-key, I'm more impressed with it with Game of Thrones because I feel like it's just so many more sets, so much more direction that I think probably needed to happen to really make that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So much more so many more episodes that they were making.
I think it is more work. There's more
that.
characters you have to revolve around. You're shooting more locations. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, even like geographically, like the different. But yeah, same idea. Super cool that they're doing that. I will say it was a little bit. It's a little bit of a bummer to watch the movies, just a little, because like so many of the fun things about the movie, like how magical Hogwarts is, or like how like bustling London is. It's all just more kind of gray and subdued and more just kind of creepy. And it's almost like not as much is happening in a way.
But isn't that what London is?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Like, come on, what are we talking about here? London is a gray, dull city that pretends to have culture, but it really doesn't.
Yeah, what do they have?
What they have is they have a bunch of drunk bums with bad teeth, a comb over, and they talk in a weird accent, and then they say trousers instead of pants. All right.
Trousers.
Let's not pretend like England's a place of like high culture, all right? I love English history.
It's so weird. Yeah, me too. You love The Crown.
I love The Crown, but let's be honest, people, meh.
It's a tiny little island that once ruled the land, and now it's back to just ruling a little island.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
I mean, can you name a hot British chick? Name one.
Emma Watson.
All right, damn, you got me.
There's definitely hot British chicks. I
Keira
will say
Knightley?
that.
Is she British?
Have you ever seen? I think so. Yeah, I think so.
But they can't be full British.
She
They're not
doesn't-
full British, though. There's no way. They're not full Brit.
What would be a full Brit? I don't even know what that means.
I don't know.
Just like 100% British?
If you can't be attractive
I
and be
think,
full Brit. I don't believe that.
Dude, have you ever seen? There's some dating shows that have been really popular
Love Island?
from the UK lately. Love Island's a big one.
Great show.
Yeah.
Great show.
Have you? Oh, do you watch it?
So, girl I was dating previous, we sat down and we
Mm-hmm.
watched that. We binge watched like a whole season. The most
wow.
entertaining. At first I was like, oh, this is like a downgrade from The Bachelor. But I was like, oh no, it's kind of lit. I kind of like it.
I saw little bits of the show, and it is absolutely ridiculous. There's another dating show. I always forget what it's called. It would always pop up in Facebook's like video scroll thing.
But Ken, here's the thing about those British dating shows. They have to realize the people on those dating shows, the ones that are attractive, aren't full Brit. They're like they're either
Really?
immigrated from like a different country or they were there for school. You know what I mean? None of them are full Brit. Even the royals, the fucking royals from Britain aren't even full British. All right, they're like German,
Yeah, that's true.
Swedish mix, and they like always ended up here. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, even the British aren't British. Okay?
Yeah, they're too. That's funny. Do you think that on shows like that, do you think that they play up their accent just to be more British for the show?
I mean, they have
To try to
I
fit
feel
in.
like.
Probably, right?
Well, they can't have their true British accent. Because their true British accent is super ugly. They have to, like, find a way to make it more sexy.
Sure. Well, yeah, I guess it depends on how long they've been there for too. They might not even have much of a British accent, depending.
Because,
But they go hard on those shows, huh?
Yeah.
I what's crazy is I've seen just what I was saying, like scrolling through Facebook and randomly running into these British dating shows. Like a lot of the time it would be like two people that got matched up and they're like having a dinner and all of the people in the restaurant are mic'd up. And I've
seen that show.
People on that.
yeah,
Do you
I know what
I'm
you're talking about. I know what you're talking
the
about.
show's called?
I don't know what I don't know what it's called, but I know exactly what you're talking
neither.
about. And I love that show. I know
Dude, it's
exactly what
on,
you're
like-
talking about.
Dude, and I like low-key really liked watching it. I would always like try to find more clips of it.
So
And I was kind of
entertaining.
embarrassed, but it was really addictive.
The most entertaining.
Really entertaining.
The most entertaining.
And yeah, but what I was gonna say is, I have seen like people on that show get recycled on Love Island.
Yep.
I
Yep.
recognized people
Yep.
from that show on the other. That's how small of an island. Like that's how small Britain is. That's how
Dude,
crazy is that?
Two of the Alpha Elite athletes, you know, Alpha my favorite band. I think one for sure. I think two of them actually have been on that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! See how crazy
Slim
is
pickings.
that? They've already run up. Slim
It's literally London and then like a couple farm towns. That's England.
Damn. They're going to have to start branching. They're literally going to probably have to start branching out and adding people from other neighboring
gotta
countries
go to
just to make
Scotland.
the show work.
Wales.
Maybe, yeah.
Ireland. You gotta go to the whole UK.
Over to Spain,
Can't just do
perhaps?
Britain, bro. Britain too small. You gotta go to the whole island.
No, you're going to run out.
Easily.
You're going to run out. The pool's too small.
Too small.
Damn, that's so true. Yeah, I love that you know what I'm talking about. Because, yeah, I've hardly watched either show, but I'm like, that dude, straight up, I've seen him before. How is he on this? And apparently on Love Island, don't they like, it's like a revolving door. People just go in and out of that show, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's like 50
So
people
weird.
on like one season. It's insane.
See, why would you do that if you knew how small your talent pool is? Why would you make it
And guess
that
what?
the stakes that much higher?
They recycle people throughout the seasons.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
that. That's so dumb.
It's like in America, like it's. I think it's kind of different. Well, hold on. What's my take here? What's my angle? So in America, you see the same thing with like the Bachelor, but like they're like they come back on the Bachelor or whatever. But the thing about America
Yeah.
is we have like 20 dating shows. You know
Yeah,
what I
we
mean?
do.
We have so many dating shows. Britain has like 2.
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
true. They don't have that many. Also, we have way more people, so we have a bigger pool to choose from.
Yeah, but I don't know. For some reason, it feels different. But also, I feel like the people on Love Island become like actual like Instagram like celebrities and influencers, whereas the ones in America they become popular for like a year and then everyone forgets about them.
Oh yeah, that's so
I
true.
think that's a big difference.
At least for the people in America, yeah, they're just disposed of. They're used for a year and they're disposed of.
Bye.
Dude, they're gone. I mean, I'm sure there's like people who like still have a cult following of those, like The Bachelorette or whatever.
A
But
few, but not
yeah,
many.
but not that many.
But
Yeah,
in UK, they become like actual celebrities. They have like an actual like career being like an Instagram person afterwards.
that's so weird. You know, one time I was working at this restaurant and the staff was really excited and they like pointed over. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's one of the she's on that reality show," and it was like the Real Housewives of, and it wasn't it wasn't one of the big ones. It was like some
Chanhassen.
off-brand Chanhassen, something like that. And I was like, but they were so excited to see this woman. And they were kind of nervous. They were like, "Oh, who's gonna serve the table and shit like that?" And I was like, "Who the fuck are you? It doesn't. What does it matter?" It's so weird, dude. Yeah, it's like a disposable show. How did we? I don't even know how we got
Harry
on
Potter.
this. Harry Potter.
Well,
Do you remember liking this movie? The
I did.
Half-Blood
I did.
Prince?
I think the thing about the Harry Potter series is, and this is just my personal biased view, but there's a couple movies that stand out in the series, right? But like, I don't think anything can top the culmination of the last movie. It's just so like perfectly well done. It's like it's what you expect in some ways, but in other ways, it's not what you expect at all. So like I don't know, it's like a perfect blend of like keeping you on your toes while giving you a satisfying end. I don't know. I'm not
Sure.
ruining too much for you, but I think you'll be
No.
pleased by how they wrap up the series.
So, a couple thoughts on Half-Blood Prince. One, I really liked the Harry having the book and like doing the modifications on the various spells. That was fun. The love triangle really just became a what would it be, a just between Hermione and what's his nuts redhead,
Ron.
I always forget his name, Ron Weasley, thank you. But then him not realizing, didn't see that coming, but I'm hoping they get together. Draco, little bitch, I hate Draco, so fucking weak, and just like in the bathroom like and then kills, like basically has Dumbledore killed. I was waiting the whole time for like something to happen, and then it was just a funeral.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was just the end of the movie.
Pretty much.
I did not see that coming. That was just so heavy. I liked all the little Gollum characters that Harry and Dumbledore fought in the cave. Thought that was pretty fun.
I didn't like that scene.
No, I thought it was cool. The fire looked
That
amazing.
was-
I thought it was a cool way to like last battle.
That scene for me in particular, I did not like. That was like one of my least favorite scenes in the entire series.
Oh, I kind of liked it.
I don't know. It was just.
Why didn't you like it?
For some reason, it's off-putting. Like, I don't know. I can't. To this day, I actually like think about that scenes, but like when it comes to, like movies that I like, but I didn't like part of it. For some reason,
Really?
it didn't resonate with me.
Huh.
I think it could have done it in like a much better way. I feel like the lighting and like the graphics were like just off in some areas, and I don't know.
Sure.
And dialogue
interesting.
too was
Yeah,
really
I-
odd. Like it didn't make sense, like the way they wrote that scene. Like no, like not that like
okay.
he's supposed to be coherent or anything. Like obviously, like in an altered mind state. But like even like the way they
Yeah.
approached like writing that, I felt like this didn't make sense. I don't know, to me at least.
Music was good. Acting was good. I hated the romantic subplot between Harry and that girl in this movie.
Which girl?
Like Ron's sister,
Ginny.
right? Ginny. No chemistry between the two of them. So awkward. I
Really?
hated that. Oh, I hated it. Yes. Are you kidding?
I think it makes perfect sense.
Oh, I don't like it. I
I'll
thought they were super awkward
I'll
together.
give you a lot more context to the whole series when you finish the whole thing. Because I think it'll make more sense when I give you the full context of everything and the background stories and what J.K. Rowling says about this.
Sure.
Like, I'll tell you all that afterwards. But to me,
Fair
I'll
enough.
just say this for the time being. To me, it makes sense because there's a weird jealousy thing, right? That's weird between Harry and Ron because I think intellectually and, on paper, Harry and Hermione make more sense. But just the attraction level is just between Harry and not Harry, Ron and Hermione is just too much, right? You just can't stop it. On the
Right.
flip side of that, you have Harry who's attracted to Ginny and likewise, and they can't help it. It's just what it is. Even though it maybe to you seems awkward on camera, that's just how they feel for each other. And Ron feels a way about it because, well, that's his little sister. And likewise, an opposite relationship,
Right.
I feel like you could make an argument in some ways Harry is closer to Hermione than he is with Ron. Now, Ron obviously is closer to Harry, friends-wise, but I think you can make the argument that relationship between Hermione and Harry and then Ron and Harry to Harry equally mean the same. So there's a little bit of weirdness factor when, a trio of friends and then two of the friends couple up. There's going to be some jealousy, some weird feelings around that. So both male characters in a situation are jealous in some capacity or don't like the
That's fair.
relationship.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
I think that's true. I think there's a lot of like coming of age awkwardness, particularly in this one.
Yep.
It felt very like a very high school, in a good way.
Right.
What's his not Snape really took a turn for the worst this movie. Very concerning. Didn't like it. Didn't
Kind
see
of
it
dark.
coming. Very dark. I liked the as much as I hate Draco. What I liked was they used that basically like magic wardrobe essentially type idea, like the two-way closet or whatever they had going on. I thought that was a really cool idea.
Yeah. It was brilliant.
Like basically a teleportation little situation. So that was cool. I have a prediction for how I think the movie's
Talk to
gonna
me.
end, the series is going to end. I don't know this, but this is my guess. So when Harry and Dumbledore were talking, they were talking about different things that Voldemort had like not imprinted on, but made like a mark on.
Horcruxes.
And it seemed like yes, and if I understand right, it's like he kind of like spread out his energy
His soul. He split
all
up his
across
soul.
those, so you couldn't kill his soul. He split up his soul so he couldn't
Exactly.
be killed by like right. So here's my thought. He had like Harry at the end of the movie. They're looking for one of those, and they have to find all of them or whatever and like destroy them so they can defeat Voldemort. I think, and no, don't react because I'm pretty sure this is right. I think that Harry is one of them because he has the mark that he got from Voldemort. His mom got killed. Well, his parents got killed. And I think he's going to fight Voldemort in the last movie, realize that he has to die to beat Voldemort, and he's going to die. Now, I don't know if he'll do some sort of like resurrection type shit, but I think that's going to be the plan. So that's my prediction.
With that prediction, have you been paying close attention to what Dumbledore said to him and in their conversations? Have you been paying close attention to all that?
That Dumbledore said in the conversation?
The conversations between Harry and Dumbledore. Have you paid attention to those conversations at all? Like, particularly? Things he said, things he's... I don't know.
I mean, I as much as I could, but first time watching, so I'm sure I missed some stuff. I'm sure I missed some stuff.
I'm just curious.
But that's my current
Okay.
prediction. I think Hermione and Ron are going to get together. I think Harry may or may not die in the last movie.
Okay.
I feel like Snape is just going to go from. I don't know if Snape will have any kind of redeeming arc. I would really like that. I feel like he might just get worse and worse.
Sure.
Those are my predictions. I don't know if I have other predictions right now, but that's
Okay.
what I'm feeling. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to.
So we'll see.
I watched the first two recently, like over Christmas break. So I might have to catch up and
Oh,
watch
fun.
the rest so I can have it fresh in my mind for next pod.
Part of me wants to. You should. I kind of want to rewatch the other movies just so I can like absorb it all and then be more ready for the last two.
Yeah.
Just because it's like the one book split into two. So we'll see. I might do that. We'll see. But yeah, I really liked it overall. It's up there with one of my faves, I think.
Good stuff. I mean, it's one of the it's the
love
most popular
really dark.
film franchise of all time for a reason. So, guys, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. As you can see from the last episode, this episode, major upgrades, major things coming. We're improving the podcast, we're improving the quality, and we have more stuff in store for you coming soon. So just pay attention. If you go to our Instagram page, Instagram at Cook and Coach Pod, you will have the link right there in the description for where you can find our podcasts, you can find our TikTok, our other social media platforms, all that good stuff. Just go there. You can find it all. TikTok at Cook and Coach, YouTube.com, just search Cook and Coach Podcast. You'll be able to find us there. My Instagram and TikTok, and in YouTube as well, Baeza and Saya. Just search it. You can find it there. Simple enough. Kenny, you got a lot going on. Tell them what you got.
Yeah, so at KPMartin2 on Instagram. On Instagram at Cook and Coach Pod, in the description of the show, both of me and Baeza's pages are linked to there, so you can get to both of them that way. And my other pages, like my music page and my food page, are all in my own personal bio, so you can check all that out. Thanks for listening, y'all. Appreciate it.
Guys, we'll see you next time.
Peace.